If you see, it is compound lipids. Compound lipids, I told that they are not only simple lipids. In addition to the simple lipids like triacyl glycerol and fatty acid, they consist of some additional compounds like phosphate group, carbohydrate group, protein group. So they are called as compound lipids. So under compound lipids, first example we have phospholipids. Phospholipids. So if you see the phospholipids are compound lipids. They are compound lipids made up of an alcohol, that is glycerol, or sphingosine. Sphingol is another type of alcohol which is seen in lipids. Okay. So it consists of an alcohol, a fatty acid, phosphoric acid or phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. So phospholipids are the compound lipids which consist of an alcohol, it may be a glycerol or it may be a sphingol, and fatty acids, phosphoric acid, and the nitrogenous base. So you can see the storage lipids. They are triacyl glycerol with fatty acids, like these three fatty acids. But phospholipids, these are the membrane lipids. Okay, these are the membrane lipids. Phospholipids, membrane lipids are classified into two types: phospholipids and glycolipids. Phospholipids, we have glycerophospholipids and sphingophospholipid. This classification of phospholipids into glycerolipids, phospholipids and sphingolipids is by the presence of alcohol. If glycerol is the alcohol, then they are called as glycerophospholipids. If sphingol is the alcohol, they are called as sphingolipids. Okay. So glycerol with fatty acids, two fatty acids esterified at first and second carbon, and the third carbon it is esterified with the phosphate group, and to the phosphate group there can be another type of fatty acids can be esterified. So these are all glycerophospholipids. Sphingolipids, if you see, the alcohol is sphingosine. They consist of alcohol as sphingosine, and the second carbon is esterified with the fatty acid in sphingol, and the another carbon is esterified with the phosphate and some amino acids or carbohydrates, resulting in the formation of sphingolipids. Okay. So you can see the structure of phospholipid, schematic representation. So this is glycerophospholipid. Glycerophospholipid, the alcohol is glycerol. Here this is the glycerol, and first and second carbon are esterified with the fatty acid, and the third carbon is esterified with phosphoric acid. So this phosphoric acid is polar group, whereas fatty acids are non-polar group. Means they are hydrophobic in region. This phosphoric acid is hydrophilic in nature. So that is why when you write the cell membrane structure, we represent a dot and two lines. The two lines are represents to the two fatty acids which are non-polar in nature. This is non-polar tail. This forms the tail, and head is formed by the phosphoric acid which is attached to the third carbon of the glycerol. So this, since it is hydrophilic and it is bulky in nature, we represent this group as circle. So circle followed by two tails indicates that this is a phospholipid. This is a phospholipid. Okay, so it consists of a polar head and non-polar tail. Polar head is made up of phosphoric acid. Non-polar tail is made up of two fatty acids. Okay, so this is the diagrammatic representation of the phospholipid. We have different types of phospholipids. Examples of phospholipids, if you see, we have phosphatidylcholine. This is also called as lecithin. Phosphatidylcholine is also called as lecithin. Then phosphatidylethanolamine, it is called as cephalin. Phosphatidylethanolamine. Then phosphatidylinositol is another example of phospholipid. Phosphatidylserine, cardiolipin, plasmalogens. These are examples of phospholipids, glycerophospholipids and sphingophospholipid. I told you glycerophospholipids, glycerol is the alcohol. First carbon esterified with fatty acid, second carbon esterified with fatty acid, third carbon is esterified with the phosphate group. Okay, so this is how the phospholipid structure will be. Example for phosphatidylcholine is the first example of phospholipid. It is also called as lecithin. If you see the structure of phosphatidylcholine, so one fatty acid esterified, second carbon in glycerol esterified with fatty acid, third carbon first it is attached to phosphate, and phosphate is attached to an amino acid called as choline. So it is called phosphatidylcholine, and this is also called as lecithin. Then another amino phospholipid, that is phosphatidyl ethanolamine. This is also called as cephalin. So here instead of choline, ethanolamine is present. Ethanolamine is present in addition to the choline. Okay, so instead of choline we have ethanolamine. Then that phospholipid is called as phosphatidyl ethanolamine. It is also called as cephalin. Then another example for phospholipid is phosphatidyl inositol. So first and second are esterified with fatty acid, third as usual esterified with phosphate group, and phosphate is linked to the inositol, results in the formation of a phospholipid called phosphatidyl inositol. This phosphatidyl inositol acts as a second messenger, So if you see the functions of the phospholipids, these are all components of the cell membranes. They are responsible for the micelles formation, which helps in the digestion and absorption of lipid substances during the digestion process. And formation of liposomes also takes place with the help of phospholipids. And synthesis of prostaglandins takes place from phospholipids. And these phospholipids, they have antigenic property. Example, cardiolipin is a type of phospholipid which has got antigenic property. And certain phospholipids, they act as surfactants. Example, phosphatidylcholine is also called as lecithin, and dipalmitylcholine is also acts as a surfactant. Then the phospholipids, they act as present in the myelin sheath, which is present around the neurons. So sphingomyelin is another type of phospholipid which is present in the myelin sheath of neurons. Plasmalogens are a type of phospholipids which are helpful in clotting mechanism. Then phosphatidyl inositol, it is involved in signal transduction by acting as second messenger. So these are the important functions of the phospholipids. And sphingolipids, till now we have discussed about the glycerophospholipids and some examples of phospholipids I have discussed. Then the other type of phospholipid is sphingophospholipid or sphingosine or sphingolipids. So example for sphingolipids, we have sphingomyelin. This is a phospholipid containing sphingosine as the alcohol. Sphingosine, which contain an amino alcohol which is esterified with long unsaturated hydrocarbon fatty acid, hydrocarbon. If you see, the amino group of sphingosine is attached to fatty acid, forming a compound called ceramide. The primary hydroxy group of sphingosine is esterified to phosphatidylcholine. The primary hydroxy group of sphingosine is esterified to phosphatidylcholine. You can see the structure: sphingosine esterified with fatty acid, and the other carbon is esterified with the phosphate. Okay, it is linked to the choline and forming the sphingomyelin. So ceramide means it consists of fatty acid plus sphingosine. Fatty acid plus sphingosine is called ceramide, and fatty acid and sphingosine. This is the sphingosine, and it is esterified with the phosphate group. Then it forms a compound called phosphorylcholine. This is a important sphingomyelin seen in the nervous tissue, neurons, myelin sheath of the neurons. Okay. We have other types of compound lipids called glycolipids. Glycolipids are called another type of compound lipids. They are made up of carbohydrate like sugars or amino sugars and lipid content. So sugar, carbohydrate content and lipid content is present, then it is called glycolipid. So these glycolipids, they are widely distributed in our body, particularly in the nervous tissue. They are classified into cerebrosides, globocytes and gangliosides. Glycolipids are classified into cerebrosides, globocytes and gangliosides. Cerebrosides, if you see, monosaccharide and ceramide is called cerebroside. Globocytes, they consist of a oligosaccharide and ceramide, then it is called globoside. Ganglioside, it consists of a ceramide with oligosaccharide plus NANA, means N-acetyl-neuraminic acid, is a heteropolysaccharide. Okay, so this is called ganglioside. So glycolipids are classified into three types: cerebrosides, globocytes and gangliosides. So the structures have been discussed here. Cerebrosides are the simplest glycolipids. They contain ceramide plus monosaccharide. Glucocerebroside consists of ceramide plus glucose. Galactocerebroside consists of ceramide plus galactose. So glucocerebroside, they are present in the extraneural tissues used for the synthesis of gangliosides. Galactocerebrosides, if you see ceramide plus galactose forms galactocerebroside. This is mainly present in the neural tissue. Globosides, they consist of ceramide plus oligosaccharide. They are the constituents of RBC membrane and determinants of the blood groups, ABO blood groups, AB or O blood group we can determine with the help of, because they consist of, RBC consists of these globosides. So globosides are nothing but ceramide plus oligosaccharide. So these are the important constituents of the RBC membrane and helps in the determination of the blood group of individuals. Then gangliosides made up of carbohydrate, ceramide plus N-acetylneuramic acid. These are derived from glucocerebrosides. They act as cell membrane receptors for some hormones and drugs. So simplest ganglioside is GM3. It contains ceramide, glucose, galactose and nana. Okay, nana means N-acetylneuramic acid. So with this we have completed the second example for the compound lipids. Other than phospholipids, we have discussed about glycolipids also. Other type of compound lipids which we have is lipoproteins. Lipoproteins, these are the main transport forms of the lipids in the plasma. So lipoproteins are classified into four major classes, that is chylomicrons, VLDL, LDL and HDL cholesterol. Chylomicrons, VLDL cholesterol, very low density lipoprotein cholesterol, low density lipoprotein cholesterol. HDL means high density lipoprotein cholesterol. So lipoproteins are the transport forms of the lipids in the plasma. They are classified into four types: chylomicron, VLDL, LDL and HDL. So chylomicrons, these are derived from the intestinal absorption of triacylglycerol. Function of chylomicrons is transportation of exogenous triacylglycerols to various tissues. Exogenous triacylglycerols means dietary triacylglycerols are transported by chylomicrons to various tissues. Very low density lipoproteins is called VLDL. It is derived from the liver. Function of VLDL is transportation of endogenous triacylglycerol. Endogenous means body synthesized triacylglycerols are transported by VLDL. Then LDL means low density lipoprotein. They are formed from the VLDL catabolism in the liver. So what this LDL will do, they transport endogenous cholesterol from liver to the other tissues. Then high density lipoprotein is called HDL cholesterol. This is also synthesized in the liver, and function of HDL is transportation of cholesterol